Alright, so this Toro Zero Turn has sat outside over winter. It's time to get this thing fixed up and ready to sell this year since we got the John Deere Zero Turn running. Here's what's going on here. This tire here is very flat and this tire here is not, but it doesn't look the greatest, and I decided I would just change out both back tires. At least that's the plan. So I got a set of tires to put on there. This fender here, I need to put this back on. There's the screws on the floor pan. But basically, I was trying to take out the aftermarket light system because there's like a magnetic light down there, and I thought I'd use that for something else, and I don't really think it adds a lot of value to this mower. So I need to finish that, and I have a bar to put between the transmissions so we can do that. And I think I have an oil filter change. So I do that as well. I may pull off the cover here and check to see if the bolts are loose on there that tend to get loose and destroy these engines. So that'd probably be a good thing to check as well. So that's the plan. Let's see if we can get all this done today. The seat's in good condition. The deck's in pretty good condition. And that does look like this front tire looks a little bit flat. So I may swap that out. I can't remember how fast it goes flat. I'm gonna see if I can't get this mower out of here and maybe get it into the shop. It's been sitting there a little bit, so it's possible the fuel solenoid stuck on here. Air filter cover comes off really easy, just these two bolts. There's the air filter right here. I mean, it's a little dusty, but not super duper bad. I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna put some gas in the fuel tank just to try to make sure there's gas in there. And secondly, I'm gonna try squirting some carb cleaner in here to see if it'll pop over, just to make sure that part's working. Just a quick, easy check. Then we'll see about pulling this solenoid out. Okay, so she's definitely got fire. Let's see if she'll fire up again. That's good. I think she's golden. I don't think that solenoid needs to be messed with. Yeah, oil's in the correct zone there. I should be good to try to drive this thing out of here. She seems to be running pretty well. Let it warm up nice and good there. Man, I really like this mower. If it had a wider cut, I would probably keep this over the John Deere. I just do not like how sloppy and wiggly these are. And if I can fix that, I mean, this mower's okay. These handles are just so tight. They're like, there's almost no wiggle compared to the John Deere. They just feel, and they don't knock knees in the middle. And they're just a smooth control. You put them out for parking brake, which I thought was a Hustler patented system, but I guess there are ways around that. What do I need to do? I need to get the wheels and tires off, finish getting the panel back on there without the switch in it, take this makeshift hitch off the back, and I think we have some new bars for it somewhere here. And I'll try to grease up everything as well. Okay, let's stop talking and get to it. You can see that wire I put in here that did almost nothing. See if we can't get this installed. That should do the trick. Let's get this wheel off. probably could get away with tubing this tire and running with it, but since I want to get top dollar for this mower, I want it to look in top shape. Oh yeah. One tire done. Yeah, that is just water in here. I don't know what that is. Oh, this tire is just ripping right off. Yuck. Wow. I don't know if you can see in there. But that is nasty slime. It's water. Yuck. Like I said, I don't know for sure if this is slime, but I'm kind of assuming it is. Slime or Fix-A-Flat or something like that. Go. That one on. Now we just have to get this side on and then seat the bead. I should have kept my screwdriver in there, but it popped out. There we go. Just keep your wrists clear. So now it's the fun part, trying to seat the bead. Guys, I'm not an expert at this by any means. I have done very few tires. I've actually just gone to tire shops and had them do it. I was actually considering doing that for these tires. So I still have the valve stem out, so I'm gonna see if it'll just take air like it is. It does, really. Okay, it doesn't sound like it's quite taking air, so let's see if we can put a knee on there and kind of get it to start taking air. Ah, you hear that? It's sealed up. I'm literally putting a tire on with no expensive tools. Kind of do that, try to make sure the beads are all topped out. Now I take this off, so I'm going to let all the air out, then we put the valve stem in, and the bead should stay seated. And you could try to cap it or something, but I think it'd be kind of hard to put a valve stem in with the air blown out. So, now it's just ready for regular airing up. Alright, we are done, and that's how I'm doing the tires on this mower. And I did a running footage on this tire here, and the camera's like 24.5 minutes or so. So, yeah, I think it was worth my time to go ahead and do this myself, especially if I get faster in the future. It would have been $15 for a shop to do it. Alright, that part's done. Let's take off the cover and see if we can check out those bolts. There's 4 bolts that hold the cover on. Go. Okay, you can see there's probably some minor seepage out of this valve cover, which is very common on these engines. I don't think that's excessive. It doesn't look like it's like really actively leaking a lot. I say that. I could probably try to fix that, but I know it's kind of a common issue. I'm not really worried about that amount. So I think these are the bolts they're talking about. This can come out and get caught on the flywheel, and that would be bad. Probably these bolts as well. I think those would be the bolts that you'd be concerned about. I think this engine's actually just fine, but I feel better having checked that. I think it's fine to sell it the way it is because those bolts do not feel loose to me at all. I think I'm gonna leave the cover off, change the oil, and then go try to wash this thing. All right, so I have changed the oil in here. Let's go wash it off. All right, got this thing washed off pretty well, and there's a few spots I may touch again after I've got it all assembled, but it looks pretty nice, I think. The engine cleaned up nicely. The wheels cleaned up nicely. The deck has some rusty spots with some paint missing, but I found out today that this is a 2010, so it's not brand new, but it's still a really nice mower. Let's see if we can put the fender and engine shroud and deck spindle shrouds back on the Toro. It's been washed and dried and sitting in here waiting for me for a little bit, and I've got someone that might be interested in it, so I need to throw it back together. Start with the engine shroud. One bolt here, one bolt there, one bolt down there. The plastic's a little broken on that one, but I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. Let's see. So now we just need to throw those covers back on there, and then we're pretty much done, except for the front tire. Let's see if we can't change out this decal on the front here. So it came in a 3-pack. It looks pretty much the same size. Let's see if we can't get this old one off and get the new one on. Alright, so this is the Toro the way it looks as I list it. And yeah, there's still a little more to do to it. These caps are coming in, and I need to peel the plastic off that decal and change out this tire and put a grease zerk in this spindle hub or whatever. And I have the tire and I have the grease zerks, so really the only thing is these plastic caps that I don't have. I wanted to get listed because it's Friday night and I'll try to take care of that tire tomorrow, but hey, if someone wants to buy it before I get that changed out, I will let them buy it and I can throw in the tire. I listed it for $2,200. We'll see how it goes. Pretty exciting. All right, let's see if we can't get this tire changed on here. Might be a pain because it's so small. I may end up having to take it to a tire shop. We'll see. doing so well. Thought we might get there. The next step was to seat this on, but I damaged my valve stem. You can't really see in there, but it's broken on the inside. So I need a new valve stem, or not valve stem, a new valve. We ran to the store and got some valve stems. Let's get this old one out, see if we can figure out what size it is. Cutting off the inside part so I can pull off the outside part. There we go. Got a little WD on there. I think in theory it just pops through from the inside. Wow, that ain't going. Oh ho, got it. All right. Yeah, that's longer than I like. So you can see it's pushing up against there, but I think it'll work okay. If we can get it seated, I think we'll be okay. It's gonna be fun trying to seat this thing. Okay, I'm gonna go try the air compressor. Got it seated. Yeah! A little perseverance there. You just watched me improvise there because I don't do a lot of tires. I don't really like messing with tires, as I think I probably already said a few times, but yeah, the ratchet tie down strap did work. I rotated around a few times trying to, because it kind of buckles the tire in underneath the strap itself and where the hooks are, and it's a small tire, so I rotated around trying to force it in several times, and you saw me throwing it down against the ground a lot of times. I was trying to force the bead out on the tire into the bead on the wheel, and I think it worked. It was slowly working it out there, just enough that I was able to pop it in there. And I was just using a cheapo Harbor Freight air compressor. It's like $40. So we got that on. I'm super excited about that. Now I just need to get it on the mower. So it's a beautiful stormy Monday. Yeah, possible tornadoes. It's Oklahoma. So I've got some parts here. So we can kind of close out a long-lasting story. This Toro. I've got somebody on the way here right now to buy this thing. These caps finally came in. So let's go ahead and throw them on here and get this thing pulled out. Hope it works out. Hope he wants to buy it. There we go. All right, so we've had a little trouble getting this thing sold. We've had some people back out, I think at least twice. And well, I've got someone coming again today. So we need to get this thing up in the front yard, pull her out. That took a while. I already picked my bottom dollar, and I think it was just low enough they took it. They may have come up to $1,850 if I'd tried, but you know, it's hard to read buyers 100%. So $1,800. So only $200 more than the Husqvarna, even though I think it's a much nicer machine, but it is also a narrower machine. I definitely put more money into this machine. That, and I paid for it in the first place. So I'm making less off of this one than I made off the Husqvarna. And I was hoping to make the same amount or more, but I can't complain if I'm making almost $1,500 off this mower. By a little Toro. They're starting up their own lawn care company. They work for a commercial lawn care company, and they are buying this mower as part of starting up their own company, which I think they've already started. But so I hope it works out well for them. Man, I like that mower. I think they'll like it. Toro Z4200, $100 free mower. Can I get it running? It's gone. Let's go sell another mower.